week 1, kind of 8-week, did you get like that goal stuff done? And then
Yes.
let's touch on week 2.
Okay, so I guess let me kind of start from the beginning. Jen, you and I had already talked about, you know, who I am and stuff, but for the other ladies, so I'm a personal trainer out in Phoenix. I am a trainer and also a full-time teacher, but I myself am a competitive powerlifter. So I'm looking to kind of bridge the gap between advocating for the sport, but also helping people like transition into strength training and that kind of training. So my business right now, I've been doing it for 2 years. I actually inherited a bunch of clients, but I've built it up subsequently, you know, with both in-person and online people. Right now I have a website in the works that is like almost done. I do social media. I'm very active on Instagram. I also have a Facebook that I just link to my Instagram, but I'm not, you know, I don't have it like separate. As far as my goals, what I had was my business goals, to create a fully functional email list. I do not have that right now. Gain about 1 or 2 online clients and upload 3 blog posts to both my website and then through social media. 3 personal goals in order to win the next 8 weeks would be, I have a big powerlifting meet coming up, so I need to qualify for nationals. I need to, or I want to journal more. I'm very bad at, I used to have this routine, and in the morning where I'd kind of have my coffee, I would journal and then start the day, and I've gotten away from that. So I really want to center myself and get back to that. And just some of the personal, like, relationship stuff that I've just been going through, like, take a second to heal from some of that. So.
Yeah, I mean, I follow you on Instagram. I actually pay more attention to Instagram following people than I do on Facebook, even though like Facebook is my platform. So I would say absolutely keep doing what you're doing on Instagram. And I think journaling kind of your next 8 weeks for your powerlifting competition, I think would be a really powerful thing.
Okay.
Because I mean, I watch you. You are a very strong woman. You inspire me when you're doing your lifts.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think, yeah. The only thing I would tell you to try to do, get your website up and running, get your email stuff up and running, because all your followers on Instagram, we want to try to get them to get into your email marketing system.
Okay.
Because, again, if I said this to Liz last week, if Instagram shut down tomorrow,
yeah,
how many clients do you have? You know, you don't have to give me a number, but like, right?
Right, exactly.
So I would try like make sure that when you can you can give away something or link them to something. Link them to like the opt-in, the league magnet, so they can start giving you their email.
Okay. Do you have any suggestions, or not suggestions, but examples of effective lead-ins? Like, what are some of the things that people have given away?
So, well, let's go back to your ideal client. You kind of want to bridge the gap between powerlifting. So I would somehow link it to like 10 myths of powerlifting for women. I'm like making this up right now, right though?
Yeah.
So like, actually, you know what? Chrissy King. You know Chrissy King?
Uh-huh.
She, I know, does like a powerlifting product or group. Go see if she has an opt-in and see what that is.
Okay.
Jen Sinkler is another one that comes to mind.
Yeah, she's been around for a while. I know like some of the big names in powerlifting, like, they're very active and engaging on social media, but they don't really coach or do anything. You know what I mean? It's just like they're an athlete.
So there you go. So you found out what you should be doing then is, you know what I mean? What they're not doing, what they're doing. Yeah, no, that's what I would go on is research a couple power lifters. Like Jen Sinkler is one that comes to mind, but honestly, Jen Sinkler's been all over the map. I don't know what she's doing right now.
Yeah.
Chrissy King, I know, did some stuff. I would go into like, I'm trying to think of who else. I would go, again, to the 10 myths of powerlifting, like 5 tips if you want to start your first powerlifting, something like that. Because, again, you want to get an opt-in that's going to be engaged to the people you want to get in your coaching group, sell a product to, or whatever.
Okay.
Again, or even if you have nothing right now that you want to sell and you just want to get your online platform set up, then everyone that's in that online platform, and then you're going to be emailing out content. And a lot of your content, like I see you, is more like working out, the powerlifting stuff. again, like a teacher that wants to, you know, run a half marathon we don't want them in your email list.
Right. Okay.
So yes, I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, it's my ideal client is both the power lifters, but also the people that want to get into strength. So it's just finding that, it's bridging that gap.
You could do 2 opt-ins and have 2 different lists.
Oh, okay.
You can absolutely. Liz asked me that. Yeah, have 2 different lists. Like I have 3 different lists. I have my girls basketball,
right,
coaches, female athletes, and then like the female and men join too. But we'll just say the fitness, sports performance. So you can have 2 lists as long as they're separated and you're emailing different stuff that's relevant. Absolutely.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, but like I said this to Liz last week, once your website is set up, is someone doing your website?
Yeah.
Then once you put together like a PDF file, send that to them and they should be able to embed that on your website.
Okay.
And if they can't, honestly, you should get it. I'm not being funny. Then you need a new website person because they should be able to do that. And then they should be able to give you that link and then you can post it other places.
Okay.
And then those of you that use LinkedIn, like the link tree, do you know what the link tree is where you can, make sure you have that. So then you can go to like your website, your people that want a beginning strength, and then people that for power lifters.
Okay, cool.
But I mean, this is my thought, and I don't know if you want to do this. Like you're a teacher, like I work at a school in the afternoon, strength coach, but you're a teacher. I'm sure there's a million teachers at that school that probably they're busy. Your schedule is like, they have no idea how to strength train and lift. I think that would be a perfect opportunity for you to go after like a network that you already have and put together like how teachers should start strength training.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you don't want to do that, then don't. But I think that would be a perfect opportunity to like get women to introduce them into strength.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
All right. If you any more questions, we go. Jean, you're muted. You can't hear me. Jean, can you hear me? For some reason she's muted. I can see that. All right, Liz, I guess you're up. I want to type to her that she's muted though, because I'd like to talk to her. And then someone joined us, but they left. Did anyone see that?
I saw that.
Jean, let's see. You are muted. All right, Liz, tell me what's up since the last time we spoke. I can't speak.
All right. So basically, I printed out this paper, your list, and I filled it out. So I have a website already, blog website.
Tell me what your website is.
It's lizborgat.com.
So it's just your name.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Okay. Well, I'm going to check it out later.
It has not been updated in a long time. And this is where I am. So basically, I wrote down some things that I want to be doing moving forward. My webmaster's been ill, so I haven't been able to work with it.
That's fine.
But I'm still like writing down ideas and figuring out how I want to approach things. So so I have I want to do you have a website, blog, social media account? If yes, tell me about them. Okay, so I have a website, and I'm working on being consistent with email, social media posts, and then working on my opt-in. So that's basically like all encompassing what I'm kind of like working with right now.
I know you, so for a quick correction for myself, I know you have a Facebook page. Do you use Instagram?
I do.
All right, well, I'm going to get my phone because I want to follow. I like to follow what you guys do, so it gives me a better understanding of like trying to help you guys.
Right.
All right, Liz, is it just your name on Insta?
Yes.
All right, sorry, keep going. Like I said, I like to follow you guys.
Yeah, so I haven't done much with my Instagram either, but this is
That's all right.
Just ideas on. Okay, so what am I going to commit to this week? Okay, so I'm going to commit to, I've already started posting videos, Facebook Lives, because I love doing Facebook Lives.
Yep.
Since I have a pretty strong following on YouTube, I'm going to be converting those Facebook Lives to YouTube videos so I can post them on my channel.
Yep.
And then I can do what I've been doing with my blog when you take a look at it is because I find myself more drawn to video than actually typing out blog posts. So what I do is I set things to be transcribed. And then I post the video on my blog, but I also put the transcription. So if, it's somebody who isn't able to sit and listen to a video, they can read it, if they're on a train or whatever, and they want to, just read, they can. And then I'll be working on my email list. And we had talked, I had emailed you. I have a decent email list right now. So I'm going to continue working with that, with my tips like we had discussed.
Yep.
And I'll be taking those videos too and be putting those in the emails, or like, hey, did you check out my latest video? It's on my blog. You can check out my channel. But give them all sorts of different platforms to be able to find me, I guess, basically. So
I want to interject for 1 second. So I would actually, from your email list, I wouldn't try to get them to go all the way out to social media. I'd have them come all the way into your email.
Bring everything back to the email.
Yes.
Gotcha.
That's what I would do. So all the stuff you have, like you can email out to your list, but I wouldn't send them to you want them in your email list. What I would tell you to do is all your subscribers, ask them to send their friends to the social media, but I wouldn't send your email list out to social media. I'd try to get them into your funnel.
Right. So the social media posts are more generic to draw them in. So I can give them like the nuggets, the really good stuff in the email. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have a question just for mine. So you said Marketing Sense. Is that like an email platform?
It is.
It is. Okay. I just said, I actually have never heard of it. Is all those people that are in Marketing Sense or all those people from the Young Living?
They're not all from Young Living.
Yeah. If you have Marketing Sense, there's no reason why you'd have to set up another.
I was using MailChimp for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I don't need to have two, I need to have one to focus on. So, I'm not all over the place, because I think that's part of the issue is that I've been like, trying to.
Yeah. Can you track the emails that you send out through Marketing Sense?
It shows me if they've been opened, if I've been unsubscribed from all.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as you can track, because then if you send out a blog post, and Brittany, this could be relevant to you. When you guys send out a blog post, track it. If what I think might be a good blog post some days, I'm like, no, it wasn't as good as I thought. And then another blog post that I'm like, really, that hit home with the list? Then do more of that.
Right. Gotcha.
You know what I mean? But again, that's what I would tell. I mean, I feel like, again, like I said to both of you I hope Jean can hear us so she unmutes herself, because I'd like to chat with her, but I think she can hear me, but I don't know. But anyways, get your online platform run up, get your email list built. So then again, whenever you have an engaged list, so when you have a product that you want to sell,
right,
or a coaching program, that's where I would go first, because marketing on Facebook, Instagram, it's hard. And I do pretty well with Facebook and getting emails. I got to tell you right now, from probably 5 months ago to now, it's a totally different game. And they want you to spend more money than ever. Hi, Jean.
Hi, I'm sorry. I had to run an errand, but I was listening. I heard
All right,
everything.
I just want to make sure. All right, I'm going to finish with Liz, and then I'm going to get to you. I just want to make sure that you could hear us so we can touch base with you in a second. So yeah, Liz, that's what I would do. If your Marketing Sense works, don't change it. Don't try to complicate it. I would just email, if you have not been emailing your list, and that's a really good number to start from. I'm sure when you start emailing them, some are going to unsubscribe. And as I said to you, if they do that, those aren't your people you want to work with.
Right.
I mean, I said this to you last week when I introduced that I have a new email and a new website, because if you email me at my old email, it's not going to go through. Literally, I'm not joking, 70 people unsubscribed. If that upset you, you're never going to work with me anyway. So don't worry about that. But again, build your email list. Keep flooding social media, because we have it now. But again, I think, Brittany, you're probably the person with the most social media. I think you have more Instagram. Flood them into your email list.
Okay.
And I think a simple email, you do a lot of video, you do a lot of stories. Just say, hey guys, I'm going to be giving out 1 tip a week on my journey. If you want to, and then link them. And I think you'll be surprised that you'll get people in there.
Okay.
And then share things to them that you don't share on Instagram.
Okay. Have you guys both used MailChimp?
I do not use MailChimp.
Okay. What do you use?
I use ActiveCampaign.
Okay.
It's probably one of the pricier ones. It's where I was suggested to start. The nice thing about it is I use ClickFunnels. It links to ClickFunnels and it links to Stripe. Really easy to take online payments.
Okay. Okay.
MailChimp, there's another ConvertKit. ConvertKit's another one that I have a website guy, my mastermind people, they say ConvertKit's probably the easiest to use. And I think it's free up until so many subscribers.
Isn't MailChimp free up until so many?
Absolutely.
It is.
Yeah, it is free and easy to use.
Oh, Jean says it's easy to use.
Okay. So how difficult, should I start with something like a ConvertKit or start simpler with MailChimp, and then if I need to,
MailChimp now has built in that you can set up a like a lead gather page, which is kind of cool. I was messing with it until I decided that I'm going to stick with what I have because all my people are in there already.
Right.
But I still feel like there's a bit of a learning curve. But you know,
MailChimp.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I can speak for ActiveCampaign, but again, ConvertKit, my website guy that does like all the back end stuff for like my summit emails and all that, he says to me that ConvertKit is the most user friendly he's seen.
Okay.
But again, if you have a question, I couldn't answer it on ConvertKit. So ActiveCampaign, I probably could, but again, I think they're pretty good with like support now. You can get email. So again, Gene's saying that MailChimp's pretty easy. Again, I think you just need to figure out what works for you. And I think they all probably have a trial. I know like ActiveCampaign, I think it was like $1 for like 30 days. Give them all a try and see what makes sense to you.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, you could start with Constant Contact if you had to, if that was, you know what I mean? Like, don't let that deter you. Just pick one, I think, and then do it. And then when your email list starts to explode, then we can worry about having a more adapt email. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Liz, any more questions?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this last week. I definitely think with like your Young Living stuff and how they're about to come out with like the CBD oil, I think you are in a position, if you set up your online platform, get emails, I think you're in a position to explode what you're going to do. Because just being in the fitness, health and wellness, even athletes now, you see athletes taking CBD oil because I think you're in a position to educate people, you know, get people to go under you so they can start selling. I think if you get your platform ready, I think you're going to be in a good shape.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And I think, I mean, just now hearing like bringing everybody back to the email, like I just needed that reminder, and that's super helpful.
Yeah. And then Brittany, again, like I love your stuff on the powerlifting because I am a big believer that women and just girls, like the girls I work with, they need to lift heavy. There's such a misconception about like looking manly, big muscles. I love what you're doing, and we need more people to hear it. Someone just jumped on the call. Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Who is it?
This is Susan from
Hi,
New Jersey.
Susan. How are you?
I'm hanging in there.
So you are on the call with me, with Liz, Brittany, and Jean. So we have a couple of people. Yeah. So I am going to, Susan, I'm going to get to you in 1 second, but I'm going to skip over to Jean, kind of touch base with her, and then we'll get to you. How about that?
Not a problem. I just have to tell you, this is a new thing for me. I'm actually on my cell phone. I don't know how to put it on my computer, so I'm just going to get my earphones, and I can't see you or anything. So,
perfect. So you could like make a face at us and we can't see you. Whereas Liz, Brittany, and I need to watch what we do.
Okay. Well, at least I'm not in my underpants. I promise you that.
Fair enough. Yeah. So, Brittany, I don't know like how long you have, how much time you have to go back to school. So I don't know what your break is. So
I have about 20-ish more minutes.
All right. So did we kind of answer everything you need
right
now?
Yes.
Okay. And then Liz, you and I think you have time in case you have another question. All right. All right. Jean, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good, thanks. How are you?
Are you ready for our storm that's coming on Sunday?
Yeah, I guess I'm ready. I guess we can't complain. It's been pretty mild so far.
Jean and I both live in Massachusetts, and we're about to get, I think, walloped.
Quit crying. It's coming for me tonight.
Oh, Susan's in New York. And then Liz, you're in New Jersey, right?
Well,
I'm in Jersey.
I just moved to Florida from New Jersey on December 15th. So
God bless you.
Where in Florida, Liz?
Winter Garden. It's Orlando.
Yeah. All right. So, all right, Jean, sorry to interject on like the winter storm. All right. So what do we got? Did you fill out your 8-week goal sheet? Do you have your ideal client kind of locked in?
So I just wanted to say that it would be great if we could all share each other's social media stuff so we can all connect with each other and support each other.
So I will put an email together and everyone can reply all and let everyone know what their social media stuff is.
Perfect.
Cool. I guess my biggest 8-week goal is creating a marketing calendar with the end goal of increasing my social following So a calendar to kind of how many posts am I going to do a month, how many blogs, how many blogs I'm going to write, am I going to do any promotions? So kind of like a comprehensive marketing calendar is what I would like to create.
Okay, so before we even like worry about that, do you have who your ideal client is, who we're gonna like go after?
So I felt comforted hearing you guys talk, because it sounds like you guys also are kind of targeting multiple audiences. I really am so I started with health coaching, and then I kind of moved to health coaching, triathlon coaching, and chi running coaching. And I'm really trying to, there's a woman that I know that's a chi running instructor, and her thing is simple. She's like, I coach back of the packers to run races using chi running. I want to simplify like that. And it's challenging. But right now, I guess I'm women 35 to 65 who want to compete in their first road race or triathlon or conquer a new distance. And anyone who wants to run better. But,
okay, so with those women that are 35 to 65, I don't even know what chi running is. Do you want them to chi run or just be like a runner?
Well, so I coach people for triathlon and marathon, and I try to, incorporate technique runs in there where I guide them on incorporating chi running technique, but it's challenging unless they can actually come and spend one-on-one time with me or take a workshop or something. So I don't require chi running with my triathlon and marathon athletes.
It sounds like you said women 35 to 60, 65 that want to run some sort of race or triathlon.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the opt-in, the lead magnet that you're going to give away to start getting the emails to build your platform?
I don't know yet. I was still trying to.
Okay,
I was still trying to finalize that, play with that ideal client thing, like this.
Okay, so that before I think we worry about how many days a week social media, you need to figure out who you're going to really speak to, because the posts you put together need to speak to that person.
Right, and I guess you said you speak to 3 different audiences,
Yeah, but I also have been doing this for a long time, and I've built up my platform. But when I first started, I only spoke to girl basketball players. So I would say pick one, focus on it, dominate it, and then when you're good at it, you can go for width. So I'd say pick one thing, build up your email list towards that. Liz has 1,000 people on her email list for with her Young Living stuff. She's been doing this for a while. So I think Brittany, I think I said she has 2 things. So if you want to do 2 things, that's fine, but you need to have who that exact client is, and then a lead magnet. And then, so when you write your blog posts, you know what to write. I could tell you right now, Monday and Wednesdays, Jean, send a blog post out, but then your question is well, what do I blog? And I'm I can't tell you because I don't know who you're going after.
Yeah.
So, I read your story and your thing. I know that you had running and so I would go after women that are, I'm making this up right now, women that are teachers that want to run their first triathlon. That's very specific. You know what I mean? So you can go after that. And then if you tell me that's who you want to go after, then I can say to you, okay, 1 time a week, make a video and give them some sort of exercise tip, a running tip. It's cold out right now, recommend some running gear so people could run outside. You know what I mean? So I really need you to really hone in on who you want to work with.
Do you have any other exercises or worksheets or anything to kind of help me do that?
With your ideal clients?
Yeah, I don't know, the thought process to try and hone down, I don't know. I'm finding it challenging to narrow it down.
I know I don't. I can send you a link with an interview I did with Holly Rigsby, and she talks about finding who she really wanted to work with. I don't know if that's going to help. Anyone else on the call have any more suggestions to help her on how to nail down her ideal client?
I feel for me, it's really focusing on, we're drawn to people who are like us. So thinking about who you are, brain dumping, that's something that Holly had told me too, write down on a piece of paper, everything that's you, and just throw that out there, and then start to pick and choose and kind of maybe identify who you are, you know, so women in your age range, obviously, who are into fitness. Maybe if you're a mom, they're moms too. Who, if you're short on time, maybe they're short on time too. Just different things where you can connect where that other person's going to say, oh yeah, she gets it. She understands what it's like. And look, she's accomplished X, Y, and Z. I should listen to her.
Mhm.
Yeah, kind of the
Okay.
same thing. I was just going through this too, and I guess for me it helped like think about the people that I like to spend time with and that I like to work with. So I may have had an advantage in that way, but like when I first started this business, I just took on any client, and now I'm at the point where I am very selective about who I take, just because when I don't work with people that I want to work with, like my value is not there. Like I'm not engaged. Like it's just an energy zap for me. So like it took me a while to like really hone in. This is who I want. I'm going against the grain. Like out here in Phoenix, we have so many people that it's all about like transformation and weight loss and boot camp. And, you know, I tried going that route and it didn't feel real to me. So I guess it would just be, you know, kind of what Liz had said, like, think about what you really like, because at the end of the day, like if you aren't really engaged and passionate about it, like it's a show.
Yeah.
Does that
That's
help?
helpful. Yeah, and Jen, if you can send me that video, that would be interesting too.
Do me a favor, send me an email later reminding me to do that. Because after like we end at 1, I'm jumping on another call. So it might escape my brain. Yeah, I mean, again, I can help you put a marketing calendar together. I mean, we all can. But I think, like, again, really think about until I'd say next week, like who, if I said to you, you get to work with one person, who would that one person be? Like, that's what I would tell you to really think about who you want to be with. And then we can go from there.
Okay.
I mean, I know you have a website, so I mean, I don't want to go on it because then I get off the screen. But like, go look at your website, and if someone was reading it, who would be attracted to you? Like, who would want to work with you? And I think like you're on the right track with like they want to run a triathlon, they want to run their first like 5K, like Couch to 5K. Like I would just think about that and again, that's where I would go.
Yeah. Yeah, I really need to put some more work into narrowing that down. It's kind of evolved over the 3 years that I've been
Yeah. And that's okay.
doing
But I
my
mean, like,
business.
you work with clients now, like think about who's my favorite client. Like when Liz comes in to see me, like, oh, I love working with Liz. But then I'm like, oh, when Susan comes in to see me, you know, you have a different feeling, I guess. Like, so I would say like, go with when you're seeing a client that you're like, oh yeah, I'm seeing this person today. Okay, well, who's that person?
Right, yeah. That works.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Once you, again, like I've said to people, once you get that down, you get your lead magnet, so you have a place where you can start collecting emails. Kind of the other stuff, really, once you get in a system, it's a rinse and repeat. It's a rinse and repeat. And I think like, yeah, I mean, I think finding your ideal client might be the hardest part. But again, just keep giving it some thought and you'll figure it out. And you know what? There's nothing to say that you do it for 2 weeks and you're like, no, don't like this. You can change it.
Yeah, right. I was thinking about that earlier today.
But I think like your biggest thing, and we talked on the phone about this, is we just need to get you going. Like, so take imperfect action. We can correct everything, because once we get a lead magnet going and you're on a marketing calendar, as long as you have that calendar and you're doing it, you can change what you're doing.
Yeah. Sounds good.
All right. Any more questions, or you're good for right now?
No, that's enough for now.
All right. Yeah, no. And again, just send me an email later and I'll get that link to you later, or I'll get it to you by tomorrow. I can send it to everyone. If someone, I know Liz is familiar with Holly Rigsby, but she spoke on the Female Fitness Summit, and she just talks about, like, again, picking your ideal client and figuring out, is that the school bell?
No.
Oh, I thought it was like a school bell. Or just figuring out who you're, like, oh, I'm like, is that the school bell? Yeah, no, she talks a little bit about, like, how she did, like, Fit Yummy Mummy. Some of you have heard of it. And then, like, how she had a very, very, very good business, but it just wasn't connecting with her, and she changed everything. And she took a big hit, but now she's working with the people she wants to work with. So hopefully that will help you. But again, just shoot me an email later. All right, Susan, my friend, how we doing?
I'm hanging in there. How are you, my friend?
Susan, I am good. I am, looking forward to the weekend, watching the Patriots, sitting in a snowstorm. I'm ready.
That's awesome. I have to tell you that I'm from New Jersey, and apparently I'm not supposed to like the Patriots, but I don't follow football. I go
No one
by the
likes the
helmet.
Patriots.
I pick the prettiest helmet, and I actually make out well going by the color of the helmet and the design. But I do like their helmets, so I'll give you that. You got nice helmets.
All right, fabulous. All right, so how is, as we talked about, you're kind of, remind me, you and Jean are very similar. I think you have a lot of ideas, which I think is a great thing, but we need to kind of focus on one. So where are we going with our ideal client?
Okay, so here I am. I have printed out like all the paperwork and listened to you, and of course I've been listening to a bunch of different people over the years. You're really the first person that I'm actually engaged with and actually following up on. Actually, to be honest with you, you scare me a little bit, and I feel like if I don't do it, like you're going to come down here and punch me in my fucking mouth.
I don't know about that, but bless you for saying I don't know about that. No, my goal is I try to stay on you guys. I want you guys to succeed. I want you guys to like.
I feel that, and I'm making a joke, but honestly, I feel like I know you're going to call me out, and I want to be able to show up for myself, but I don't want you to be like, you know, why didn't you do it? Like I hear it in your voice that you want me to do it, so I'm doing it.
Yeah, no, I do. But, so what's the ideal client?
So I actually, you know, that sentence that people tell you to, you know, your elevator, your 30-second thing. So I started writing down, and thinking about everything that you and I discussed. This is a sentence that I wrote down, which is, you know, clearly editable, but I want to help women in first responder positions to develop and maintain a resilient mindset and functional readiness and fitness that can enhance their physical performance objectives, as well as minimizing post-event traumatic stress to the nervous system. After, obviously, I'm talking about cops, firemen, like, you know, first aid people, like on a daily basis. One call will like, one bad call will mess you up. And I see on, you know, I belong to, well, a lot of the people on my Facebook page are like veterans and whatnot. And so I follow their links, and there is a chronic disrespect of women, not only in the military, but in police work. And I don't really hear a lot about fire, because if you can't do it, you're out anyways, because it's just one of those like sink or swim things. But with police and women, it's like heartbreaking, because I saw a picture on Facebook on a military page of like these guys around this woman, and they were training for combat, and she, you know, she had the magazine in wrong, and she wasn't holding her weapon correctly, and my heart was breaking, because I know it wasn't because she was an idiot. I know it was because the stress they put her under, she was not, you know, I could see on her face that she was not adapting well to what they were doing. And, you know, that's not going to help you, which I already know from my personal experience. You're going to fuck up, excuse my language, I'm sorry. You're going to mess up that call. You're going to make poor judgments, and then you're going to crucify yourself. And then on the back end of that, the guys are not going to trust you. And then you're going to be carrying the shit around for God knows how long, or worst case scenario, somebody gets hurt, or you get hurt, because you can't control your nervous system. Yeah, and you're not in shape mentally or physically.
Yeah, no. So for you guys listening, Susan is a retired cop, so that, you know, her background. Susan, I think what you just said, I think that is a great, like, ideal client to work with. I think the question now is website, social media, and obviously like your opt-in, your league magnet. What are we gonna like start posting and give away to get those responders into your like email list and social media?
Well, actually, you know, I told you I'm not good. I tend to run very high. I don't know if it's out of frustration. I don't even know why. I just know that like once I start going, I just go. And writing is very difficult, because I'm trying to keep up with like so writing is very difficult for me, and I have things in a million different places. So a lead magnet to me, what I think would be effective is something about like something I read about. Well, I actually I try to be a very spiritual person. And so I, you know, when you were talking about the essential oils, I'm like, oh, I'm down with that. And there's another group and they were talking about other different things. And I'm like, oh, I'm already down with that. I already know about that. So I'm trying to think of something I already know. And I saw something the other day that triggered what I already know. And it's tactical breathing. And if you breathe, I'll just give you this, like, here you go. If you breathe, like, calm yourself down, lean against something. So, and I don't know what that has to do, but I'm sure it has to do with your vagus nerve in your body, which is like a tree that it just grows. It's actually the tree of life, but that's another story. But so if you're leaning against the wall and you're breathing in like nice and easy through your nose, feel your stomach, your chest, and like your shoulders pop out, and hold it at the top for a few seconds without holding your breath, but like just holding like the open airway, then blow out gently through your mouth. Forget about counting, just take it nice and easy. Do that 10 times and you will actually change your brain waves into the alpha state. Now, I was talking to a sniper years ago. He was a sniper and he had some high profile shots that he took. And he was telling me about them. And I was like, listen, I have this issue where I get on a call and I'm not afraid, but I have this adrenaline and it makes me shake. And I'm not shaking because I'm scared. I'm shaking because I'm so jacked up. And he was like, that's totally normal. It's got nothing to do with anything, but the adrenaline is racing through your system. You have to harness that to perform whatever it is you're in the middle of, like for a fight or, whatever, whatever it is. So what I think would be a viable lead magnet for me is not only does that breathing method throw you into an alpha state, which is better concentration, better learning, you calm down, you're ready to go. Listen, breath is everything. If you're not breathing, you're going to make yourself sick. So the 10 breathe technique is also called tactical breathing, which I did not know. But this sniper had told me, like, when you're taking your shot, you got to breathe real carefully because it affects your nervous system. It's going to affect where the bullet's going to end up. But it's also going to affect how you perform in that action, on that call, in the heat of whether it's gunfire, whether you're in a fist fight, whether, I worked with all guys, and that was not easy. And that is the understatement of the year. I had to learn how to breathe before I even walked in the door to go to work because the people around me I was already under duress, just showing up for work. So to me, a good lead magnet, and I'm just shooting from the hip because I don't know, but to me, a good lead magnet might be tactical breathing. To start, it will build your mindset. It will, bring you to it will calm you down. It will clear, you get that tunnel vision, you get, your stomach starts going. When you do those breaths, that is all that energy like kind of opens up for you to transform. All right, I got to go beat the shit out of this guy and get him in handcuffs. All right, this guy's going to beat the shit out of me. So I got to learn how to hold on. Like sometimes it's not about giving a beating, it's about taking a beating. And I use those terms loosely because obviously I do not, if you saw me, I don't beat people up. I never did. But when you're in a fight for your life, like you got to throw hands and you got to know what you're doing and you got to keep your eyes open. And so me, I think the breathing would be a good lead magnet.
Yeah.
And
so what I,
go ahead.
Okay. So, I think like if you're having trouble writing and you're having trouble putting your thoughts, like put a video together. But I think you want to go, like say the one tip that could save your life on the job, something like you got to get a catchy headline and then put a video together, or, about the breathing and go over that. And then I think again, there you go. And then go from there and put it on, your social media. I mean, your goal is we want to be working to get everything you need for Lynn to put your website together. So again, I'd put a video together about what, like the one tip that you need to say, something on that line, like a very effective.
I got it.
Breathing.
I'm writing as you're speaking.
And then maybe put a PDF together so then you can write out like, I don't know, the 6 or 7 steps you are to breathe. And then if you want to tell a personal story, whatever, if I think people relate
would I do that before? I mean, listen, I got stories. I could go all day and all night. Should I start with a story?
When you do with the opt-in, remember, you don't want to get with the video you're going to make for the opt-in, you're leading me to know what the one tip is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have to give you my name and email before you're going to give me everything. So, I mean, you could,
right.
You could absolutely go, hey, I was on the job one day and someone attacked me. Tell a personal story and then you can talk. I mean, but it's got to be short, like a minute or two. You can't give a 10-minute video, 1 or 2 minutes. Right. Tell them in your personal story how breathing saved you. I don't know if you want to say it was breathing though, because then again, people are going to know what the tip is and then they're not going to sign up. So you need to play with that a little bit.
Right. Okay.
But lead them that you're telling me the story and I'm like, oh my God, what is the one tip? I want to find out from Susan and I need to give her my name.
Gotcha. Yep. Okay.
And then once you have them in your email list, I think for you, you have stories to tell. Use your stories about, I don't know, like someone jumped on you and you had to get them off you, but my weight, this move helps you get stronger, this mindset tip, and just provide that. But again, the one thing with you, your videos need to be short. You go on for 10, 15 minutes, you're going to lose people.
Right.
So I would just do your breathing, put that together for the opt-in. And then again, you relay your personal stories to how your strength training, your sports performance training, your mindset, your spiritualness, how all that plays in, and then just do a tip and you can email your list. You can put it on social media. And then again, I don't have a list.
I don't have anything.
Well, that's
honestly.
that's where we're going to start. You need to build your list.
Right.
And this is where you need
I know.
Yeah. But again, who your ideal client is. You got your pitch. I think you figured out what your lead magnet is. Again, are we checking off the boxes that we need to send to Lynn yet?
I have that all written out. I'm actually, that's one of my 8-week goals is to have everything in a package that I could just send right off to her and have it all done. With you, I'm actually, I'm kind of going through some stuff right now. So this is kind of like my focus away from, all the shit that's going on like right now. So this is something that I'm getting to in between. I'm going to start crying, so I don't want to get too far into it, but this is something that I'm doing little bit by little bit.
And that's all that. So you got your ideal client, you got your elevator pitch, which I think you're good to go. Why don't you work on this week, maybe putting a video together that again, talks about the breathing.
Okay.
And then I put together
can I ask you something?
Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt you. Do you have a Facebook page? Do you have some sort of, do we have a support group where I can I'm literally on my cell phone. I'm not online. I have no idea who's hearing this. Do we have a Facebook group that I want you guys to listen and I want that, hey, can you guys just tell me, is this wrong? Am I too animated? Am I losing you? Am I all over the place? I would like to test drive it amongst, I'm assuming that this is all women that are in the audience right now.
Yeah, I mean, I could, or you can send an email. You can send us an email.
Okay, I don't have that, but can I give? Is this a public thing? Can I give my email out right now?
You know what I'll do is I put an email list. I'll put an email together with everyone so everyone can see their email. And then I need to send Jean the Holly Rigsby interview. Liz, I don't know if you saw it on the summit, but in case Brittany missed it, you missed it. I think that interview is a good interview to start. And then Susan, you can email me anything you want me to take a look at.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Me a good 20 during the weekend. I try not to answer emails per se, but during the week, Liz will tell you this. I'll answer you probably within 24 hours or less.
Yeah, I don't conduct business with people over the weekend just because people have families, people don't want, that. So I'm with you on that.
Liz emailed me the other day and I'll be on the computer. I'm on, I'll answer you. So if you have a question or want me to send, that's what I'm here for. Let me know.
All right, cool. Awesome.
But
You're awesome. I appreciate it.
As I said to Brittany jumped on the call before you got on and she was saying she was going through some personal stuff too. And I said, you know what, we all do, I hope everything works out, but small steps. you just need to take small steps. Take imperfect action, because if you freeze and stop, that's going to like kind of derail you. Just small steps.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy what you got done so far. So now let's now you got your opt-in. Let's put that together. And then we can talk about you and like your goal for next week. Once you get your opt-in together, then we can start talking about like just with, like have a Facebook social media page where you can maybe post a little bit about, like as you said, you see these videos, you see these emails. So then you have a place where you can start posting stuff.
Okay.
Like everyone starts at a different place. I think Liz has been doing this a little longer. Like she has a more established list. That's great. But she's still got her stuff to do. Like me too. I have my stuff. Like everyone starts from a different place. So I think, again, small steps each day, even if it's 10, 15 minutes, just keep doing that and you're going to be okay.
All right. Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah. So why don't you send me an email, like as you're starting to put your opt-in together, and let me know like what you're coming across, what you need, and I'm here for you.
I really appreciate that.
All right, Susan, do you have any more questions? Are you good?
Nope, I'm good.
All right, but I'll put an email. Give me until tomorrow to get that email together for everyone. Then I'll send out Holly Rigsby's thing. But again, like I said, I love your progress so far and keep going.
Thanks. Thank you.
All right,
I appreciate the support.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you're here. And again, I think because of your experience, I think you have personal stories and personal experience, and I think you have something to share. One of my biggest thing in the kind of the fitness, health, and wellness, sports performance is a lot of people that are coaching people right now are not in the trenches. I think Liz probably experienced.
Right.
They're not in the trenches every day, or they didn't experience it. But then you're trying to tell me what to do. That's a disconnect for me. So I think that because you were like a first responder, you were a cop, you had to like combat, protect yourself, and all that. I think you have a lot to offer. We just gotta put you together and like concise so that we can put it out there for everyone.
Okay.
All right. I will send an email out, like I said, tomorrow with all the links. We'll get another team coaching call together and we'll keep moving forward.
Carry on. Thank you.
All right, Susan, you have a good day, and I will touch base
too.
with you. Jean's on mute, so I think she's good. Liz, are you good? Do you have anything else you want to wrap up on?
I'm good. Just whatever question you have for me.
So I can send you an email too. My question is, I am doing a female athlete summit. I did one last year where it's similar to the female fitness summit. Whether it's yourself or someone, do you feel confident or know someone that would be able to talk about the benefits of CBD oil with like athletes?
Unfortunately, I don't have the education in CBD just because the company hasn't come out with the product yet. So I don't. I do know somebody though. Her name, I know her personally, but she is the Marijuana Mommy. She has a blog.
Yeah.
Jessie Gill. I can definitely put you in contact with her. She has been interviewed by numerous, she's been in, I don't know.
Can you send me an email? Will you send me an email with like her website? Let me just let me check out what she does. And then my other question was essential oils. Could you talk about the benefits of essential oils with like female athletes?
Absolutely.
Okay, so then we'll talk further because I'm starting to round up my speaker list about, and I like to do a wide range of topics when it comes to female athletes, like social media, stress, oils, sexual abuse, stuff like that. I want to get the whole gamut for these female athletes. So I think talking about essential oils, because it's all natural, and I know the big benefits. I'd like to have you talk about that.
Sure, absolutely.
All right, so I will send me an email with the marijuana. Let me I want to just see what she's doing. If it's like just a jive.
She's more like medicinal marijuana, but she has sent me some references about CBD, so I know she has some knowledge.
All right, I'll check it out. If not, I feel like CBD is something maybe you and I can touch on in another summit once Young Living comes out with it down the road.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, guys, we'll wrap up the call. If you need me, send me an email, and I will send out a link for next week's call. Week 3 is already updated in the thing. I think I already updated like week 5 or 6. So if you need me, just let me know. All right. I'm here to help. I mean, you don't have to wait until today or Thursday to reach out. Let me know, but I'll
Can I ask you another question?
Is this Susan?
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
You're talking about athletes and female athletes. One thing that I do, it's not written down in what I'm looking at right now, but I consider the people that I serve or that I will be serving or that are my perfect clients, I consider them tactical athletes. I just want you to know that is a space, and it is a real thing, that people that train for tactical situations, and that is the group that is my ideal client, a female tactical athlete. So
Yeah, so use that word with like your elevator pitch, or use it like female tactical athlete. Here's the one tip that could save a female tactical athlete when she's in the line of duty, something to that effect.
Okay.
'Cause I like that. I like that. I like that word.
Yep. Okay, great.
See, you're getting all these ideas. That's what we're here for. Bounce off. Gina, you good? I know you just unmuted yourself. Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Yep.
All right, guys. Again, you need something, send an email, and I'll send an email out tomorrow. But I like the progress all you were making. Keep going. Small steps.
Thank you.
All right, Liz, and I'll send you an email and talk about the oils and then the CBD.
All right, sounds good.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you.